what it means is that whatever you have arranged cannot stop me. That's how to know a man and a woman who is set for new springs. In the midst of plans of darkness, I announce to you, the joy of the Lord shall be your strength. And as the joy of the Lord become your strength, you will see the evidence of God's hand in your life in the name of Jesus. Listen, whatever has been arranged is useless. I'm telling you. Whatever has been planned is useless. You don't understand? They've come to a point, they've looked at you. We just can't stop this woman. We just can't stop this man. We have done all we could. But hear me, 2023, an attempt to do anything, they shall be struck with death instantly. What are we talking about? In the midst of the pains. Now, these people, their love for God made them, they were just too carried away and they just died. You know what happened? The king had to stop the persecution. He stopped it because now be killing people and they are happy. So, do you know what that tells you? There are certain persons who derive joy in your pains. So what it means is that you must not allow them to see your tears. Hello? Certain persons, they derive joy when they see you are in pains. So while he was killing them, and then they were shouting, please, please, he was laughing. They began to stop that song. And then he told them, stop it. I can no longer inflict pains on them. What I thought to be pain to them is now again. And now I'm telling you, the end of affliction in your life is now. The end of the battles is now. Because this is a year of new springs. What are we talking about? The closer you get to God. Every closeness to God produces miracles. But it is more than that. Luke chapter 2 verse number 49. Jesus said there is a business of God we have to be involved in. There is a business, a closeness of God. There is his business you have to be placed in. Now, when we talk about focus realignment, it means to cause to form a new arrangement or to have a new orientation or reorganize your perception of your walk with the Lord. To rearrange your focus, to rearrange or realign or to reorientate yourself about your perception of how you see the work of God. The Bible said these people came in deception that they were looking for Jesus, whereas they were looking for agege bread. Agege bread. Jesus knew. Let me tell you one secret, men and brethren. Let's look at these things. Serving God or working with God is too easy. Serving the devil is demanding. To serve the devil is demanding, but to work with God is rewarding. It's one thing I've come to know. Let me tell you one truth. Now, you can come to God the way you are. I'm telling you. Now, when we talk about the way you are, number one, you may be dirty, messed up, sinned up, sin loaded, sin conscious, sin led, trickish, crafty, anything you are, put them together. You can come to him like that, but you are not permitted to remain like that. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 verse number 7. The Bible says growth is normal in the kingdom. So when you come to God as a crafty person and you are still crafty, you're not growing. When you come to God, you are sin-led and you are still sin-led. There is a problem. There is no problem with God. I've always said it before. Most times I've gone to meet God to complain. He will tell me, what we have here are just the angels worshiping. Tell your people to join in the worship. Just tell them to join in the worship. And then we are sure of our testimonies. So you can come to God the way you are. Maybe sin-led, sin-conscious, sin-loaded, sin-arranged, whatever it is. Sin has long been dealt with. Sin has long been dealt with. But you are not permitted to remain like that. Remaining like that means you need to reorientate your focus. Some of us come to meet God for prayers. After prayers, we go and meet the other side. We go and do tradition, juju and all of that. You don't need that. You need to realign your focus. Because sometimes when you are doing that, it can afflict you. It can affect you. Years ago, a lady gave her life to Jesus, and then she began to serve God. She was committed to the things of God. I'm telling you a true life story. She became born again. She was formerly into practices of diabolism. She had her own shrine and all of that. She gave her life to Jesus. And then there was a turnaround. Everything turned in her life. She began to experience miracles. I'm telling you a true life story witness. She began to experience miracles. Things changed over her life. Guess what? Something happened to her child. And then they told her to go and serve juju, to go and serve idol. When she went back to serve idol, it was then they struck her. It took her life. You know why? Hebrews chapter 10 verse 39. We are not of them that what? Draw back unto destruction. We don't go back to destruction. When she went back, I've seen it happen to people. God has taken them from glory to glory, and all of a sudden there's a challenge. They go and seek help in Egypt. Hey, there's always bound to be a problem. There's bound to be a problem. That matter, it took the life of this lady. And then it became a major lesson to us. I say, I've seen somebody, God transformed the life of the person, changed the story of the person. All of a sudden, everything was working for this person. This person had a very simple challenge. And then people called her, hey, there is somewhere you have to go. If you go there, this, that. And then she went there. Men and brethren, just going there, she was a member of this place. The marriage packed up. Till today, we have not been able to repair it. You know what? The Bible says, woe to them that what? Returned back to Egypt. That's God who said it. Woe to them. Permit me to tell you this. There is always a scar. I need to tell you this. There is always a scar. Find out. Check well. Observe. Notice. Look. There is always a scar to show for it. And sometimes, should I tell you the matter? When you are hiding it and you don't tell the anointed will still be praying, hiding it. Because in Isaiah chapter 45, he said, I'm the Lord when they hide something small. If the Lord can hide something, we can also hide. Deuteronomy 29:29. It says secret things belongs to God, but there are some things he will not reveal. Let me give you a practical example that happened to a pastor I worked with. A lady was so close to this pastor. She became so close to the pastor because she was into something that was bad. She was pushing drugs. And then she became very close to the man of God. She became so close, she was pushing drugs. You know what that is? She pretended to be a Christian. And the man of God now trusted her, was giving her information about himself, his family, and all of that. Now, the reason for the closeness, she was getting prayers to aid the drug business that she's into. And then, it went on for years. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So she will come for prayers, and daddy, I want you to pray. I'm going for a business trip. The man of God will open fire. Shakantababa, son kontobobo, son belebebe. He will pray, and the lady will go. She will succeed. He will come back. The business was successful. This, that. Her husband was aware. They didn't tell the man of God. And one of the trips she went, they caught her. And then when they caught her, the husband came and was hiding everything to the man of God. He was hiding everything. To cut the long story later, the man of God now found out. When the man of God found out, he became disappointed. The Lord said, no, don't be disappointed. I brought her to you because I know you can help her. So I wanted her to open up to you. I intentionally hid it from you. If you had known about it, you would have driven her. I know you. Your heart too strong. Working with God, they learn it. I need us to write that down. You learn to walk with God. You learn to follow God. That's why the Bible called it his ways. He said, I actually wanted to show mercy to her. I love her. That's why I brought her to you. We're teaching about focus realignment. So I kept that information about her from you. But I gave you a glimpse of it. But sometimes when you observe some strange character she has exhibited, but I didn't give you the exact details. Because if I had given it to you, you would have chased her. You would have come to meet me and say, Father, pursue her from this ministry. And I've said in my word, Mark 11:24, you shall have whatsoever you say. You have come to a point with me that I know that if you ask me, I will chase her out. So I don't want it. So I kept the information from you because I so love her. Say, but I found out that 1, 2, 3 years she was under your coverage and I allowed it. But I found out I have a ministry for her. She doesn't want to go for my ministry. So for that reason, the edge was removed. How was the edge removed? The edge was removed by this decision that you took. And the man of God said, I never knew. You know a prayer you pray. Should I tell you a good prayer to pray? Father, even if I don't know, lead me. Hello? Even if I don't what? No, do what? Lead me. Even in the dark, where I cannot see, do what? Lead me. It's very important. A lady was sleeping one night. And then she turned and looked at her husband. He said, why are you cheating on me? The man said, me? And the woman slept back. Inside sleep, she spoke from the sleep. In a deep sleep, she turned and told her husband, guess what? 1 month, this man could not eat. The man could not do anything. Fear gripped him. He could no longer do anything again. He was so scared of the wife. The wife was like, honey, what is happening? Nothing. And one day he called the woman. He said, I want to confess to you. And the woman said, what's that? He said, actually, I'm not cheating on you. It was that day that something happened. Somebody came to meet me. Look at how it happened. But nothing happened. For the very first time, I had a heart that was shifted, like, to somebody else. Hello? Now, the man just had everything like, oh, can I just go out with this girl? Something like that. Finish. And then he came to the house. The wife was sleeping. From the sleep, the wife turned, why are you cheating on me? Is the wife correct? Is the wife correct? Very correct. Because Jesus said, it is not the act, it is the thoughts. So the wife's spirit is so active. And I pray for you today, yours will be active more than that. In the name of Jesus. The man could not bear it. He had to confess. He said, I never do one. I just think and you catch me. Who you be? The woman said, the God that I serve brings things to my notice. Let me tell you one truth. People who are bad around you or who are doing bad things around you, you always catch them. They know you catch them. Listen, they know. But sometimes you will not know when God is leading you. When they go and meet their bad gang, they'll say, he catch me. Mommy, at least he catch me. He be like say no. He know. He be like say he know. Because the way they ask me question, he be like say do it. That shall be your testimony from now. Their camp will be confused from now. Never to be rearranged for life. Because you know why? Every time they plan it, the Lord will put in your mouth. They'll say he know. Tell your neighbor, say he know. Neither they talk, they go now. They will not say he know. What are we talking about? When you allow the Lord to lead you. And the Lord told the pastor, he said, I intentionally hid it from you. Because if I had opened it up to you, you would have chased that totally. I know your weakness. In that area, you can't manage this kind of thing. But because I so loved her. And then after everything, the pastor now went to meet her.